it's me, Jess. Welcome to my channel. I'm here with another channeled message. This is a specific message. It might resonate with you, it might not. Okay, so I don't know who needs to hear this, but if the guy you're dating or the guy you're interested in has that friend, and I think you already see her around, and you know exactly the one I'm talking about. It's, she hangs out kind of with the guys. She's, cool with the guys. She likes the same things that they like. And, she's a couple levels below him in terms of attractiveness and dateability. And she follows him around like a little lost puppy, trying to seem like she's just his friend and she's just cool. But you can see it. You can see it from a mile away that not only is she interested in him, but that she is just in love with him, And she is just waiting for him to wake up and realize that she's been there the whole time. Run. Run. Do not dismiss the red flags here. I think even if you have brought this up here to this guy, he's playing coy about it or he's giving you the runaround, but this guy knows exactly what it is that he is doing. And it doesn't matter if they have slept together, if they are sleeping together, or if they will sleep together. It doesn't matter. This is still, it says a lot about him, and it's still an interference because he wants attention. That's why he knows. He knows that she's obsessed with him in this way. I think he finds this like an easy backup option. And in terms of attention, he likes, because I'm getting that there's like a group of guys that hang out like with them, or just, it's like mostly guys and her and him. And he likes that out of all of the guys in the group, it's like she fancies him, and it makes him feel attractive and it makes him feel like he's cooler, like he's got some kind of status in this group. And I think he finds it very psychologically comforting, but he also finds it very low maintenance because she just tolerates anything from him. And it's like she'll always be there. And she's kind of not just, I don't know that she is a backup plan, to be honest, but I think she's someone there to use as he sees fit. And he doesn't necessarily even feel all that bad about it because he feels like that's what she wants. Like any attention from him is something that she wants. So he doesn't necessarily even feel like he's doing a bad thing. It's like he's just throwing her a bone kind of thing. But he will also use her in terms of like, he wants you to chase him. Because this is all about attention for this man. The fact that it's unempathetic that he keeps her on the hook like that. He really should make himself clear because it's just mean, all what he's doing to her. And it's mean to you here as well, but it's all very selfish because he wants attention. So I think he wants your attention because he wants you to maybe get all riled up about this person because it's plain as day what's going on, and he just wants to make you feel stupid and make you feel like you're overreacting and you're the crazy one. And he's just so desirable that all the ladies fight over him. Like that's what this is. He wants you to chase him. I would say don't take the bait. This is definitely a warning sign. This is definitely a red flag. This person is already interfering in your relationship, even if they're not sleeping together, just by this person tolerating them being around, because this is something that is potentially taking your peace. So just, see the situation for what it is. I do feel like it's a karmic lesson. This is very codependent here between the both of them. It's a karmic lesson for her because I'm hearing that song from Taylor Swift, and what you're looking for has been here the whole time. And Spirit's like, it sure has, and it's called self-esteem, honey. Get some. It's not this man. She is looking for this man to validate her and to give her some kind of social status. And I really think she's in a fantasy land about who exactly he is. She can't see him clearly. And the fact that he is using her and that he is disrespecting her like this. And so she needs to grow in her self-worth. And honestly, so does he, because he's using her as some kind of crutch. It's like, so if he goes after the person he really wants, which I think for a lot of you is you, and you say no, or if he feels like he's losing control over you, they can just drag her out in order to try to ruffle your feathers. And it's like, this is a very immature man because I think, it's like if you can fight over him or fight with him about her and, that they were a little too close at that dinner the other night or a little too this, and he knows what he's doing. Okay, so he's planning on using it this way. So again, it's a codependent relationship. And again, I think these two think that they're friends or they call each other friends. I think he knows what time it is. And I think she knows that she doesn't mean that he's a friend either. So they're both lying. It's just they're not lying in the same way. And what they really actually are to each other is hidden enemies. This is a highly karmic relationship. And for some, I think she could be in a relationship as well, or maybe even a marriage. And maybe she cheats or it's like she would drop this other person at the drop of a hat and everybody knows it. And so she's really putting her happiness at risk here as well, if that is something that's going on. But I think if this is playing out in real time, it's like she spotted you, and that might actually kick something into gear here because it's like a karmic test for her, because, and I keep going back to this, I've had a repeat soul lesson that I think is being harped on by spirit at the current moment, but this is the whole acceptance brings stability thing, and it's playing out with all of you. So she needs to accept that he does not like her or love her the way that she likes and loves him, and that all she can do is scheme around, and she's just degrading herself in the process, and she's also degrading her worth in his eyes because he just finds her convenient, you know. So if she accepts that, then I think she can have stability in her life, and this is financially, sexually, and in terms of her emotions. And I think she really needs to cut away from this man, because there's somebody here in the background that I think genuinely, and yeah, I'm hearing like what you've been looking for has been here the whole time. Like there's somebody here in her background that like is ready to like provide for her and take care of her, and that's really not a person she should be putting on the back burner chasing after this masculine who really doesn't care about her and doesn't give her the time of day, if he sleeps with her or if he doesn't sleep with her. This man needs to accept that he's a bully and that he is like using people in this way, and that he needs to potentially approach you or the people that he's actually interested in the right way. He can't accept a rejection. I think that's what it is. He's afraid of rejection. So it's like he has to accept that he might be rejected and he might not be rejected, and that has nothing to do with his self-worth. And that means he doesn't have this, because he also is losing out on relationships. Like I think you're about to move away from this man, or you have already moved away from this man because of his dalliance with her, I just heard. So maybe you know that these two have hooked up, or his association with her in general. It really does knock his value in your eyes. I don't think he understands that he even keeps this person around. And maybe you thought that he was righteous, like I'm hearing at first, because maybe you thought he was being very clear with her, but then you started to realize that the fact that he's really tolerating this, or like he's feeding this, and I think you're realizing it. So he needs to realize that he's lost you because of this. And again, this is like a highly karmic situation, but you also have this lesson that acceptance leads to stability, accepting that he is who he is, and that he is this is a ticking time bomb. And yeah, I can see he doesn't care about her, but it doesn't matter. It's disrespectful. And he's not going about a relationship with you in the right way, because he's not engaging the proper relationship muscles where the two of you talk about your insecurities. The two of you respect each other. The two of you make each other feel safe. He's not even giving himself a chance to go down that path with you. Instead, he's just undercutting himself and eroding himself. But this is just a giant red flag when it comes to this man. I kind of think this man will always have a person like that around if he can swing it. He'll always, whether these two will fall out eventually if they haven't already. And for some, maybe she's going to realize this. Because for some, I think she's going to learn her karmic lesson and say, you know what, I accept this, and actually I want my own happiness, because she feels blocked from it. And I think since this man's been interested in you, maybe there's been some kind of blockage in terms of communication. She's been blocking out a relationship, like to chase after this man. There's like a 10 of cups situation here in order to do that. And she needs to realize that. She's going to lose a lot here. But yeah, so acceptance leads to stability. And honestly, this has everything to do with your peace of mind. And I think I'm supposed to be reminding you of that. Like when you're making this decision, don't get swept up in the attention grabbing games of like, did they sleep together? Did they not sleep together? Like, it doesn't matter. How do you feel? Do you feel at peace? Is your man taking care of you? Do you feel comfortable? Because he's making his choice, and he's not choosing her over you. He's choosing himself. And that's what she needs to understand too. He is choosing himself, and he'll never choose her. Even if he runs off any relationship that he was genuinely interested in, or if she does, because she's going to try to as well. He's selfish. He's only choosing himself. So, yeah, and I think accepting that he's like that, because this actually doesn't lead to a very stable existence here for him. And for some, it might have to do with work even as well, the fact that he does this. Yeah. I think this man's a cheater or like a player or something. But again, I think you know that. And I think it's, if he's not going to, I just heard, be a man and act like a grown-up, like, you know, go, like, I think he wants to build, this is crazy. I feel like he's using her because he wants to build a life with you. He wants a 10 of Pentacles situation with you. But yeah, because that's actually a very stable situation. But this is absolutely not how you go about building a stable situation. So he needs to accept that. He needs to accept that there is a courtship dance that goes to mating, and he needs to participate in that, and he needs to yeah, and he's going to actually potentially draw in his own interference, especially if he's trying to show off with other men that he's got this dalliance on the side. These other men are going to go after you because they know he's not serious, And so they know that they think that they're a better option for you. So for some, this man is actually drumming up his own interference, his own competition, because they're like, oh, well, I thought those two were soulmates. I thought those two were really getting along. They were really flirting with each other. But look, he's fucking around with this other person and she doesn't deserve that. I'm going to go make my move. And so, yeah, he needs to accept this, and that's actually going to lead to stability here in your relationship. And if he doesn't do that, I think you have to accept that here as well. So anyways, that's what I have for you. If that resonates, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye, guys.